In Austin, I'm Mark Mullins. One of three teenagers accused in a shooting spree across the Austin area in mid-May now faces nearly 20 charges. According to court records, authorities filed 10 new charges against 17-year-old Christian Mondragon, and those charges include aggravated assault and deadly conduct. That brings the total number of charges he faces up to 19 now. A Taylor man is in jail accused of murder. Authorities arrested 30-year-old Devin Olguin in connection to the death of his cousin. 48-year-old Alfred Olguin Flores was found dead early last month. The case was initially classified as a suspicious death, but investigators later determined it was a homicide. Olguin is charged with first-degree murder. Austin ISD's police chief is recovering after a motorcycle crash in South Austin Wednesday night. Chief Wayne Sneed was part of a motorcade that was escorting Superintendent Matias Segura from his daughter's graduation event when he and another officer collided on their bikes. In a statement, an AISD spokesperson told KVUE in part, quote, "Chief Sneed is an incredible leader who has dedicated most of his distinguished career to the safety of our students and schools. We are hopeful for a strong recovery." A statue of Cesar Chavez that stood on the University of Texas campus for nearly 20 years is now gone. KVUE's Jessica Cha has more.
I spoke to students and staff on campus who say that the university did not notify them about the removal of the statue honoring the late civil rights leader. But I spoke to students who had a wide range of opinions about its removal. A spokesperson with UT told KVUE that the decision to remove the statue was made by the university. Dozens of other markers honoring Cesar Chavez, including murals and mentions of the civil rights leader in school lessons, have been removed in the last few months in Texas. Governor Greg Abbott has also directed state agencies to stop observing the March holiday of Cesar Chavez Day, and the city of Austin is considering renaming the road that bears his name. So as the statue on campus comes down, UT senior Henry Scott says he's surprised the removal didn't happen sooner.
It's kind of just one of those things where it's the exact opposite of what somebody stands for. So, especially with what the statue is supposed to mean and how during orientation they were telling us how it was a whole student-led thing to have it here because there were other statues at the time that were here. It's like the exact opposite, but now it's not what people wanted it to represent.
But students like Nadia Saucedo say they feel conflicted about the removal.
I feel like as a Hispanic student, we don't really have that many leaders that really represent our community, but I'm glad that it's also being removed because, well, he just wasn't a good person, now that we know. And I just hope that we can have someone else that can represent our community here.
That UT spokesperson also told KVUE that the university doesn't typically notify the campus about facility projects, and the statue will be stored at the Briscoe Center for now. On the UT campus, Jessica Cha, KVUE News.
And while that statue is gone from UT's campus, the name Cesar Chavez remains the name of a busy street in Austin. The city is still considering renaming that street, but it may be a long and expensive process. During a presentation last week, city staff estimated it could cost up to $1.2 million to cover new signage and to carry out the plan to rename the major road. City officials plan to gather public feedback through meetings and online before they reach a decision. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is launching an investigation into Celsius Holdings. That's the parent company of Alani Nu energy drinks. The AG's office says the popular beverage contains 200 milligrams of caffeine per can, which medical professionals warn are dangerous for children and teenagers. The probe comes after a 17-year-old girl from South Texas died from an enlarged heart. Her death was allegedly linked to excessive caffeine consumption. Her family is now suing the distributor. AG Paxton is examining whether the company violated Texas consumer protection laws by marketing potentially harmful products to young people without adequate health warnings. KVUE reached out to Celsius for a comment on the AG's investigation. A spokesperson told us the company takes product safety, responsible marketing, and transparent consumer information seriously. They added that drink labels disclose the total amount of caffeine in each can and include responsible use guidance stating that it is not recommended for children. Now, the company disagrees with the allegations but plans to cooperate with the investigation. Less screen time, more recess. Lockhart ISD is rolling out a new initiative designed to give students a more balanced school experience by cutting the time spent on computers and tablets. KVUE's Brianna Perez has a closer look.
Fewer screens, more screams on Lockhart ISD playgrounds as the district looks to expand free play and scale back technology use.
Reinstill a sense of childhood for our students, to provide more opportunities for children to interact and engage with one another. We want a more healthy and balanced approach to not only to teaching and learning, but to childhood as a whole.
This week, the district launched Childhood Unlocked, a district-wide initiative to encourage healthier habits. Officials say it started with a community book study involving parents and staff around the book The Anxious Generation, which looked at student wellness and screen time. Feedback from surveys and community discussions about the book helped shape the initiative.
We, as a district, really wanted to find ways to partner with our community and our staff to give children the opportunity to unlock just to be kids.
As part of the initiative, Lockhart ISD says it will make several changes across their campuses during the next school year. That includes more play and more recess. That means students will have more chances to play outdoors during and after school. The change would increase time for recess and free play by 50% for grades pre-K to 5th and reduce screen time for elementary students by 50% and encourage hands-on learning. Other changes include training teachers to use technology purposefully and developing a systematic approach to teach tech skills like typing. Parents we spoke with say they support the idea.
We're kind of locked in, we're excited about it. Our kids are getting less and less face-to-face interaction, less and less time to meet and just gather with the kids, have unstructured playtime.
Since the pandemic, officials say laptops and tablets have become the norm in classrooms. Parents say they're welcoming a step back.
It was something that came out of necessity, and now we can dial it back. We can make those changes, and the kids want it. I mean, I've seen our kiddos just absolutely love the idea.
Officials say they'll also monitor how the changes impact students. In Lockhart, Brianna Bettis, KVUE News.
A new semiconductor manufacturing facility is coming to Taylor. Governor Greg Abbott just announced the South Korean company SoulBrain will receive an $11 million grant to build its first U.S. production plant and headquarters there. Taylor is already home to Samsung's chip manufacturing plant on FM 973. Leaders with SoulBrain say this project represents more than $120 million in investment and will create 20 high-skilled jobs. The company will produce specialized chemicals used to clean and process computer chips, materials essential for next-generation electronics made here in Texas. The city of Hutto just unveiled 2 new pickleball courts and an 18-hole disc golf course on County Road 119. These additions come just months after 4 other pickleball courts opened at Riverwalk Park in March. People can start playing at the new facilities immediately. Enjoy. That'll do it for us here in Austin. Hope you have a great day.